And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on the Metal Experience.
Woo! I like that one. I got to hear that some more. Woo!
You should, before you do anything, say what that was.
That was Dave took two songs and made into the sweeper. It was a song I wrote called "Your Love Is a Lie," just guitar, blah blah blah, and then the band Speed Freak recorded us a song called "I Want to Rock Your Body," and in parentheses "Till the Break of Dawn." Thank you guys for that. But we are here. Wait, hold on. We just heard some Pantera. We heard a twofer of Pantera. You guys love Pantera, and there's nothing wrong with that. Pantera's a shit. We heard Domination and The Sleep, followed by Evergrey, The Master Plan. We are the Metal Experience. Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. We are here tonight with Fierce Atmospheres.
All right.
Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, what you do in the band, and who's missing and what they...
I'm Eric. I play guitar.
Okay. Well, that's easy.
Oh, and who's missing?
I think we're missing Ed, the drummer.
Our drummer's missing.
This is Tor Valen, vocals. And to my right, I got Mr. Steve. Go ahead, Steve.
Steve guitar.
Missing the bassist?
Yeah, our bassist isn't here tonight either.
It's undefined right now, well, but I guess, I don't know, to a certain extent. What do you
Right.
think?
A lot of things going on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we won't ask. You won't tell. So tell us a little bit about Fierce Atmospheres. What does the name mean? Where did you guys come up with that?
Okay, I started the band in Texas in 2002, so it's kind of been evolving for a long time. I've been writing these tunes for 13, 14 years. Fierce Atmospheres was just a name that was like better than the other names we had.
Ooh.
So we
started
using it.
Do you know any of the other names?
It was originally called we were
Do you
using
remember it?
Degrees of Response, and we were using a name called Zone of Silence. So we had a couple different things brewing, but Fierce Atmosphere seemed to be the best one.
Now, was the whole band from Texas, or just you?
No, I started it in Texas. We cut our first demo down there. Then I moved to Illinois and just started. I lived in Champaign and started pulling guys from Chicago and coming up here. And now I've been living up here for a few years. So.
Did you grow up in Texas? Is that where you're
Nope,
originally
I'm
from?
originally from Maine, so I moved from Maine
To Texas?
to Austin, Texas. and
He's a
to
grasshopper,
Chicago.
man.
So yeah,
all over
jump
the
around.
place.
Woo! So what do you think of the cold weather compared to
I
Texas?
grew up in it, so
Perfect.
yeah,
So
with
now-
more snow.
More snow. Perfect.
More snow. How can you have more
And a
snow
bit
than what we
smaller.
had?
Yeah, Maine has 1 million
Everything's-
people in the
Everything's
whole
big
state.
in Texas.
So yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's what they say.
So
They want to
then,
be their own country, so
that's true.
they got to make it big.
So then, when did you actually move? Is it a lineup change once you moved, or?
Oh yeah, it's been I mean, I started. It's such a long story, but I started it in Maine, writing the songs, but actually got a band together in Texas. So the band really technically started in Austin, and then I moved, and that was another long story. And had to start it over in Illinois, and I've been just trying to find the right guys,
So then, when did you move to Chicago?
I technically moved to Chicago 4 years ago, but I've been coming up here like every other weekend for 4 years before that too.
Just for band practice?
No. That's it's kind of a long story, but
So then, how do you find the rest? How did you go about finding the rest of the
the
members?
Illinois Entertainer rules.
There you
so,
go.
Number one for running ads. I was running ads from Texas before I moved up here
Nice.
in the Entertainer and starting to talk to people on the phone. And then when I finally got up here, I just networked, and then guys were taking the train down to Champaign, and we were working in my studio there. Then we went to Nashville in 2007 and recorded our first demo. I had a drummer flying in from Maine. I had a guitarist from
Jeez.
Iowa. I had guys. There's been guys from 6 states in the band, so.
good thing we don't have any of that right now.
Good thing I'm not afraid to travel, because that's what a band needs to do anything. So you got to travel, and you got to go out there and do it.
He did all the dirty work for it to be what it is right now. So,
Right. So now I got a great lineup right here in Chicago. We get together every Monday and jam. One of our tracks tonight's live from Reggie's, so
Nice.
Reggie's is pretty awesome.
yeah. And you guys hung out with us at Davern's.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we
Devers.
didn't, I didn't know that. I didn't see you guys. Jeez, what a surprise.
I got to grow the mustache back because everyone remembers when I had the mustache. They're like, "Oh yeah, the guy with the mustache."
I don't
That's cool,
remember
Dan.
Davern.
Do you have those funny glasses, the big ones, and nose
No.
and all that? No.
No, that wasn't me.
So how did you guys all meet Eric then?
Well, actually, I met the band through an ad. Responded to an ad. The ex-bass player called me up and said, "Hey, you know," or actually, what happened?
Yeah, I think York did find you. Yeah,
Yeah.
our old bass player. York.
That's what happened. You know, long story short, I loved their stuff the minute I walked in. Learned their stuff, and a month later, we're doing a show, and that's how it all came down. I realized that these guys are, you know, on top of their music. They're great players, really committed, and that's, you know, I like that. I mean, I like to work. I have a good work ethic and a good commitment.
What is your background in the scene? Have you been in other bands as a vocalist before?
Yeah, I got a long background, but that's a long story. I mean,
It's
I
always
was.
a long story.
You know, it just starts out. You know, I was a cyclist. I played soccer. I played semi-pro soccer, all that stuff, and that didn't work out. My mom always told me, "Hey, man, you got to do something for yourself. You know, you can't sit around a house playing Atari." And that was, you know, we're talking.
Yeah, you
30 years
can.
ago. Yeah. Not anymore. Well,
I'm still
nowadays,
playing
it's a-
Atari.
Yeah. So, yeah, and you know, I was outside either playing a sport or trying to make it big on something. So I met a couple people, you know, and then it just took off from there. Started singing. My father was a great entertainer back in the day, and I think I inherited some of that talent. And so it's kind of evolved to, you know, I went from unsigned bands to signed band, Rock and Espanol band. We toured South America, did a bunch of things.
Woo.
Wow.
Yeah, with Delphi Records, and yeah, it was a good tour. But then, you know, had to move some things around. Ended up getting married a couple times. It didn't work, and just continued and moved on to Chicago. You know, luck has it that I mean, I ended up with these guys, and I'm glad I met them. Because I really enjoy writing for this kind of music. It's a progressive metal. I was raised on, you know, the Def Leppards of the world, you know, the Motley Crue, the Iron Maiden and stuff. And right now, I mean, those are big influences. Once I heard of Pantera, which you probably heard a couple tunes earlier, right? You played them. Once I heard of them, it was like, man, I want to do something like this, you know. But it was really tough to find a good committed band, and luckily, I have found them right here with Steve, Eric, and Ed, our drummer, which is an amazing drummer. And we have a great place to rehearse, and we're all inspired by each and every one of us, and we're writing some good material.
Looking forward to writing some new stuff, and we're heading to Nashville to record our new
Nice.
record in a couple months.
Yeah. A couple months.
Back to Nashville for the band, but first time with this lineup.
Where are you recording in Nashville? What's the name of the studio?
We're going to be working at Blackbird Pro. It's Martina McBride's husband's group of studios, and ironically, our old guitar player Tom from Champaign got a job there.
Oh, wow.
So
Got connections.
he's going to be engineering our next album.
Is this where you recorded the first time? Or the
No,
same
we
studio?
recorded at Omni Sound with Mark Nemec for producer on that one.
Now, how'd you find a studio in Nashville?
That's our old drummer Bruce at the time. Grew up in Maine also, but not in the same town as me. So we grew up like 30 miles apart, and this guy Mark grew up with him. Bam, he was an engineer in Nashville, so it was a no-brainer. We went down there for our 2008 demo.
Luco's
And
going.
now-
Luco's going. Aren't there any studios here in Chicago, man? What?
and we've heard that, but yeah, there are. And me and Steve recorded here at Rax Tracks. We did an Iron Maiden tribute a couple
Nice.
years ago and worked with Neil Kernan at Rax Tracks.
Oh, that
And that's a nice
compilation?
studio. It was great, and we had a real good experience there. But yeah, it's all leading back to Nashville again. It's crazy how things come around, but.
You guys stoked to travel to Nashville to record?
Oh,
That
absolutely,
sounds
man.
awesome.
Absolutely, yeah.
We were looking forward to this. Once
Ready.
he mentioned it, you know, there's no stopping it. I mean, it's a project that's gonna.
We're basically
Be
like
fulfilled.
any minute I could get a text with the dates we're going to be doing it, so I'm kind of just waiting.
Hopefully, it's not right now because this
Right.
is hot right now.
We can say it on the air. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
How long do you think it'll take you to record? Like, what's your time length there?
Well, we're gonna have to do it fast. But we're doing all the pre-production at my house. I have a studio in Homewood, so we're essentially in the next month or two gonna record the whole album before we go record the whole album. So we're gonna kind of do it like that.
Yeah.
Try to prepare so we can do it.
And try to save some money, you know.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Steve, what about you? How did you become a part of the band?
Actually, I was jamming with this guy Mark Bass. He's in a lot of other bands, but Eric answered one of our ads, and he came in. We were jamming for a while, and then eventually it was just me and Eric jamming, and then shit got weird. This is actually this is like my second time in the band, actually. So when the Iron Maiden tribute CD came out, and he's like calling me up and say, "Hey man, the CD's here." Came picked it up. He's like, "What are you doing now?" I'm like, "I ain't doing shit." Next thing you know, we're here. So that's how that works.
Playing gigs, playing Nightcap here and there.
Right around the corner?
Yeah, we're going to be there again in May. Dave might pop in, actually, so I don't know if you guys know Dave.
I gotta say that this is the most I've heard Steve talk.
Ever?
Yeah, I think he's a little under pressure.
Quiet guy?
impressed.
You need a
No,
couple of beers to
Quiet
loosen
guy,
you
man.
up?
He's loud on the damn
Beer's
guitar,
making him
but-
sleepy. He's
No.
like getting all drowsy over there.
I need more, actually. I gave all my stuff.
Give
to
him
this
another
guy.
shot,
Sorry,
man.
Well, tell us a little bit about what your sound is like. I know that you guys all have your influences. How would you describe Fierce Atmospheres?
Geez, that's hard for me to describe because I wrote a lot of the stuff. So, I try to. A lot of my influences are stuff like that Evergrey that we just listened to, European, Swedish power metal. I love bands like In Flames. And just, there's just so many influences. So I like to think it's kind of progressive power metal is what I would call it. And right now we have, some labels in Germany kind of looking at us. So, and they think
Alien
German fans are
Records.
going to really
Be
like what we're
perfect.
doing. So, and German fans love power metal. So,
And David Hasselhoff, by the way.
yeah, and Hasselhoff.
Is that going to be your album cover artwork?
David with a steel wool on his chest. I don't know, man. Subject matter on this stuff that we're writing, we're doing a concept album right now. It's a story from beginning to end, and I think we're collaborating pretty good on this. His music is speaking to me as I'm writing the lyrics, but at the same time, it's really weird. He might not. Eric might not understand this completely, and you guys might think that I'm a little crazy by saying that these spirits are talking to me. We just wrote this song. The Metal Gods. Dragholm's Castle. Actually, it's not Dragholm's Castle. It's Phantom's Secret.
Phantom Secret is a pre-production track we have to
That
play
we're
later.
working on right now, and if you can believe this. The story or the subject behind the story was actually speaking to me as I was writing it. I texted him and I was like, dude, I don't know how this is coming together, man. It was really weird. We're recording it at his house and I get this weird scratch on my left arm. And the story behind this song is a little intense. Back in the early, first turn of the century, 1100, I don't know, what would you call it, AC? So, okay, the Dragholm's Castle in Denmark was built. They went through a few owners. By the third owner, the owner had a couple kids, they grew up, a couple girls. He catches his young daughter with one of the maids, boy, or young boys, or a son, one of the young maids, and ends up. What happens is the father catches them together, kissing her. I don't know what the details are, but he says, you know what, this cannot go on in this castle. This we got to put you in a room. So they didn't put it in a room; they put it in the walls. Between the walls, yeah, you got to look that up. Dragholm's
Jesus.
Castle. 800 years later, they're remodeling the castle because hey, we got to put a new bathroom here. So the contractors go in there and they open up the walls and they find this kid, the bones of a kid, of a young girl in white, That's what the story's about. It's a really intense story,
And
and
that's one song of the whole
yeah, this is just
story
one.
line that the album's going to be. But
Pretty much, Fierce Atmospheres in this album will take a journey to visit different continents and bring out some of the things that are that have lived throughout the ages and people have admired, or maybe not. Things that stand out in history, and we take that tour, and we end up with a good resolution of the whole thing. At the end of the thing, I think we close out with what's in the last Ancient Voyage. Ancient Voyage will
Right,
close
which
out the whole story.
Which
Yeah.
was what I was just going to say. You're asking about the style. It's progressive power metal, and I've always been just using the heavier stuff I've written, but Tor's coming up with lyrics to utilize some of my acoustic material. So now we're going to have
Some of the
like
acoustic.
different passages,
Different
as the album's
dimension.
going on, and it's not going to just be a one-dimensional thing. It's going to have,
Yeah.
maybe bands like Symphony X, if you heard of them, and Dream Theater that go in all kinds of different directions. We're going to try to go in a different path on this.
How many tracks do you guys plan on recording for this new album? And does it have a
Right now
title
it's
yet?
between 8 and 10, but it's probably going to be right around there.
Yeah.
9,
It's either 8 or 9. We're not sure. It might be 10. Who knows, man?
Yeah. It's going to depend how the next 10 weeks of rehearsal go and
Yeah.
writing and how it ends out.
Well, you brought Phantom Secret tonight.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
let's go ahead and listen to that. For those that want to call in, the phone lines are open till 10, 773-657-3341. Here's Phantom Secret. We lied. That wasn't it. Dave's working on it.
How are the tracks labeled on there? Oh, we're good.
Wish I could have met you. Spirit romance, spirit romance. Wish I could have saved you. Spirit romance, spirit romance. Lately been skeptical, silent when I would speak. Just to run around, be a witness. Before me pray, me lay, all in the hand of west. That wears my crown. I'd love to be the one to disappoint you when I don't fall. When I don't fall. But you understand when I'm attempting to explain. You know it all. I guess things will never change. Never, never change. Been subliminal. Been subliminal. As you need my hand when falling. As you need my hand as you falling.
Goddamn right.
This is the Metal Experience, and now back to Morgan and Luco.
Dave.
Weird hearing Among the Fallen and the
Yeah,
Sweepers.
that was my old band. We figured that for the Sweepers, we were originally using Meshuggah, and then we were using some Rage Against the Machine and some Sepultura. And I'm like, maybe for copyright reasons, we should start using, music that we physically, own the copyrights to. So we gave a bunch of songs of stuff, between Morgan and I, we've written, and that's what Dave were like, here, use these songs, see if you can do something with it. But that was funny. Every week now, Dave's making us new Sweepers, so we're hearing them
They're
for the
fresh.
first time, too, yeah.
Fresh off the press.
Except for Dave.
Woo-hoo. So we were talking a little bit over the break, and for those that want to call in, 773-657-3341, we were discussing your influences for how you write songs, and you're a little bit of a history buff.
Yeah, I kind of am. I like digging into the old ancient stories. We have another song called "Desire and Fire," which is it kicks off the album. Kind of unsure whether or not we're gonna start it that way, but it starts off the story for the album, and this is about jealous love, Yeah. So there's a conquest to go find this girl that's the most beautiful girl in the world, and there's a lot of killing involved just to get to her and take her back. Yeah, but it's an awesome. I'm writing fiction and fact, or fiction and fantasy, and the music lends itself for this type of storylines, for each and every song that we write. I got to give credit.
Hold that thought. We do have a phone call. I'm sorry. Put him. Are you in a spaceship? Hello. This is the Metal Experience.
Okay, I have no idea what's going on. I'm trying to get him back.
Apparently, they're stuck in space.
What did you do?
The fierce atmospheres have taken over their phone lines.
We're in fierce atmospheres.
Whoever that caller was, please call back. 773-657-3341. That was totally Dave's fault.
We lose them?
I don't know.
Looks like we lost them.
They got abducted.
Okay.
Jeez. Please call back.
Dave's breaking stuff over there. So you were saying before Morgan cut you off a little bit.
I didn't cut out. The phone call said it was phone call.
That phone call, that alien phone call cut us off.
They're reaching
Yeah.
space. We're
So
talking
no,
to aliens tonight.
Giving credit to Eric, back to the whole writing of the songs, he's writing songs that he doesn't realize that are speaking to me in alien terms, I guess, I told him that the other day. He goes, dude, it's great that you come up with these songs. And I told him, I said, look, man, you wrote this song for Phantom Secret, and you didn't even know it, man. Which is kind of cool. He doesn't realize it, but when the lyrics and the music come together, it's just phenomenal.
And for me, a lot of these songs I've had written for a long time, but none of the lineups of this band have touched them yet. And he's starting to delve into them, and it's really interesting to hear
the
what
concept,
he's putting to it,
Yeah.
and it's really.
It's coming to life.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, I'm very spiritual, so a lot. I'm digging into the whole realm of spirits, and like for instance, the Red Army. Everything that's going on in Kyiv and Ukraine and all that stuff. We already have a song for that, and it was written
That
a month.
somehow, worked out right at the same time.
Exactly. It just, I don't know. Things are just happening.
Things are clicking. That's good.
Yeah.
Right, so we got some shows coming up.
We have some shows.
Where are you playing? When? Where? With who?
April 4th, we're going to be at Bobby McGee's.
That's a Friday night.
With
Yeah.
a band called Middle Raged. I'm not sure who else is on that bill. And then April 12th, we have the Cairo Bar in West Chicago with Psycho Sister. Did you guys have them on here? Or?
No, but
They
we know
sound
of
familiar.
them. Yeah, they play a lot of shows. We actually know part of their management group.
Oh.
You know Gail?
Yes.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, Gail booked us
Yeah.
on this one.
She
so,
booked us. Yeah.
Yeah. She seems real nice on the phone and everything. So
Yeah, there you go. You got gigs.
looking forward to those. And then we
And then we got
have,
the 12th.
Yeah, the 4th is at Bobby McGee's, the 12th is at Cairo Bar in West Chicago, and then in advance we have August 16th for the Midwest Metal Anthem. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one.
What? Is that a
Ray Smith books that one. It's 2 days. It's going to be August 15th and 16th. We're playing 8 p.m. Saturday the 16th, and if all goes well, it'll be our CD release party.
Where is that at?
Brower House. in
Brower
Lombard.
House.
Oh, nice.
Lombard. Yeah.
That's right down the street from us.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that
Okay.
place.
Cool.
Steve
That's
Brower.
a really cool
Guy the owner.
place, man. Really
Yeah.
cool place.
And it's cool because every time you go there, they have more stuff that they've been adding to the walls.
Yeah.
So
Nice. I haven't been there yet. I'm looking forward.
It's good
I'm
burgers.
trying to get a sticker in there, but there's no way. There's no room.
they have a motorcycle hanging up over you in the right when you walk in. I don't know. Once you get to the main floor, there's a motorcycle hanging up above you. It's pretty sweet.
Never
The
noticed
place is
that.
awesome.
Well,
At least I think there is.
It is
I
a
might
very-
be going crazy.
I
It's a
think
very,
it
very
was
cool
limited
place.
though. I think they were doing a raffle for it. I don't think it's up there anymore.
No, that was.
'Cause it was Win This Bike.
They were auctioning off a Michael Graves Misfits bike, but they actually have an old school bike hanging from the rafters. It's pretty cool. That place is pretty sweet though.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Forward to it, so.
Looking forward to playing
And
there.
that's in, you said August 15th and
August
16th?
16th, 15th and 16th. We're playing the 16th on that.
What are we doing the 12th?
This April 12th, we are playing Cairo Bar, West Chicago.
Cairo Bar.
Psycho Sister.
Okay. I guess I gotta update my
Your calendar.
dumb phone.
What were you? Didn't you say you were playing a show around the corner at the
Nightcap?
Yeah, we're
Nightcaps?
going to be doing something in Nightcap probably in May or June before we go to Nashville is the plan. So, because Nashville's looking like June, so we'll have to squeak in a little Nightcap show.
Now, with the new CD you're releasing, do you guys have album artwork, or how are you guys planning on releasing it?
No,
and
we're
stuff?
working on that. We're working on the artwork right now, and it will be ready within a month, right before our CD
Beautiful
release.
thing. Then we'll
Yeah.
we'll get them together, and we may be working with a label out of Germany, like I was saying earlier. So we're gonna just feel it out with them, see how they want to contribute, and what they want to do, whether it's just a distro deal or however it pans out.
What's the label? Can we mention that right now, or is
Yeah,
that still
absolutely.
top secret?
We can. I mean, they're just looking at us. Like I'm saying, it's just a matter of we're in works talking with them, but it's Hellion Records out of Germany, and they do the Headbangers Open Air Festival also.
Nice.
So there's the potential to get on that. And there's been some local bands around here that have already played it. Damien Thorne played it. And that singer, Joe, at the time, was in Fierce Atmospheres on our 2008 demo, Joe Martina. So there's like already a little connection going on in the European.
Hey man, the more connections you have, the better, right?
Absolutely.
European
man.
tour coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that
So
right, Morgan.
that's the plan.
You had mentioned paranormal. Have you had any experiences?
Whoa.
Besides that one where you got scratched on the arm?
Yeah,
when recording?
absolutely. I have. Yeah, I have. They're kind of freaky, but I guess the paranormal activities that have happened to me are. I don't know whether it's a sign of something, because I noticed that the other day it was wanting me to finish this song. So I was telling Eric, I was like, there's something wrong with that. He gave me a CD of the copy of the song that we just recorded, Phantom Secret. I took it away, drove with it, and I was like, man, there's something missing here. Came back the next day and recorded the ending to that song, and now it's complete. I'm not kidding.
And it was
It's
one
just
take. It was literally
it was a one take
over
thing. Everything that you heard tonight on
figure it
Phantom
out.
Secret is one take.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty phenomenal. I mean, I like working with stuff like that, and with these guys, it's coming together really sweet. They have an awesome band, and looking forward to doing some shows, man. Yeah. So
Now, Steve, you're so quiet over here. I
Right.
want to hear some background
Steve
from
likes
you.
beer. I
Steve-
like beer.
I
Steve
like
likes
beer.
beer.
shows up with the six
Giant
pack.
beer fucking snobs.
So let's hear a little bit of the background. How did you come into be the guitarist?
Well,
And metal.
in metal. I was a longtime band of. I was in a band called.
Tell them
Gideon-
about your other band, man.
Gideon's
Tune,
Pond.
man. Yeah, Gideon's Pond, man.
I was in that band. Just pretty much wrote everything for that, and actually sang horribly over that. When people say,
I
"Man, that
beg to
music's
differ,
so
man.
good,
It's
but the
pretty good."
singer sucks," I'm like, "Yeah, I wrote it, but I didn't sing it. It was some other douche."
No, it was pretty bad.
You know,
I heard that a long time ago. And believed
We
it.
have a
I
phone
thought
call again.
the first time
Hopefully-
he didn't sing
I was
on
like,
it.
"Man,
You got a phone call coming in.
Dave, do you haven't
cut
been
you
in
off.
a
We're gonna come back to you,
third
though.
space
right.
again, Dave? What are you doing?
Dave,
Nothing. I touched nothing.
do you even answer the phone? I don't
Yeah, I've
understand how
answered
this is
the phone.
going.
Put him on speakerphone.
Dave's messing stuff
Put
up.
it on speakerphone and hold your microphone up to it.
I'm not. That is
Hello?
the cheapest way to.
Hello, you're on the Metal Experiences. I hear some breathing, heavy breathing.
that's me."
I'm thinking we actually got through, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's all tours, fucking.
Check.
Yeah, this is the
Paranormal shit going
paranormal
on.
show with Torvald.
There was really somebody on the line?
Atmospheres.
Yeah, I swear.
Was it a girl or a guy?
It was a girl.
Mic's off now.
It
Was it
was
girl?
a girl. It was probably the girl from Dragholm's Castle calling back.
Probably. We're
No,
probably
she
talking
just
to
called and
ghosts.
said, "Hey, can I be on the radio?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." So I try to put her through, and that's
Okay, next time when she calls, I want you to put the phone on speakerphone and hold your
Get her
microphone up to
name
it.
go.
and maybe some more information, her social security number, her address.
Her boob
you know.
size.
I don't know.
Ooh,
Whoa.
yeah.
All right, yeah, you could do that, I guess. All right, sweet.
Quick selfie.
I'm so sorry that I don't know why these phones aren't working today.
It's
Maybe
okay, no problem.
It's a very weird sign.
Steve, what you were?
Stay. Yeah.
Oh
might be
yeah, I
paranormal.
was in a band, Getting Spawned, for a very long time. Did a CD, full 12 inches. That was like
That
What
was
about
the name of the
12
CD.
inches?
Hey, hey.
that was the name of the CD.
Keep
but
it clean.
there
Was that a
a,
confession? What?
No, that was actually we had a
Part
nice
of
little label on the back of the shirt, basically saying, "Hey, that's not a promise. That's basically all the band added up."
Oh, wow.
But anyways,
So how
Okay,
many
that's a
how many
total.
guys were in the band? 6?
Oh,
12.
wow.
There's four. There's four.
Kidding.
There's four.
horns, trumpets.
We're the
Yeah, we
angry.
got a whole horn
Hey
section.
man, you got to work with what you got. All right.
All right, I had an inch, but it was angry. All right.
The sad thing is, you guys all put them together to measure.
All right. It's a very
I
angry
got an inch and a half over here.
Swear to God, it'll beat you.
This is what we
can.
do at the jam room. That's how we get shit done.
But anyways, did that for a while, and then I concentrated a lot on school. Went to Columbia College for a while. Got a degree there. Started working. Then next thing you know, start playing out again. Next thing you know, with jam with this band. So
And you were originally from Chicago?
I'm suburbs, Bolingbrook, Aurora areas.
There you go.
Nobody knows who the fuck I am. Don't worry.
Dave, do we have a phone call again, or is that just? Oh, well,
Well,
Dave,
yeah, Dave.
I think you know what time it is.
Could I speak to the drug dealer of the house, please?
Let's hear it from the soundboard.
Again, man.
Yeah, I swear I have no idea why the phones aren't working.
You should call Danny when you're done
well,
talking.
he's not here. And I guess I could call him, but yeah. It's fucking weird. Yeah, I unplugged it, plugged it back in. Hopefully that will fix the problem. It usually does.
Well, what do you got for us, Dave?
For
all
those
right.
that want to call in, it's 773-657-3341. Hopefully
That's if Dave will put you through.
Solved your problem.
Yeah, hopefully. So to fans in Australia,
Live at Reggie's, shoot the shit about that, or is it?
Oh, he's still.
Let's do it. Then.
What were you saying, Dave?
anyway, to fans of Toxic Holocaust in New Jersey, they're going to be on tour there later on in April with Skeleton Witch,
All right.
which is cool.
Okay.
The Anti-Nowhere League is going on a U.S. spring tour.
Nice.
They're going to be touring with on and off dates with TSOL, Riverboat Gamblers, and the Cro-Mags.
Well, there you go.
And the director of SLC Punk 2, Punk's Dead,
Woo!
was giving an interview with by someone named Joe Blow. I swear that's the
Joe
Joe
Blow.
Blow.
interviewer's name. And he said he possibly wants to make a third movie.
Yes.
Oh man,
SLC Punk is
the
the
first one was
shit.
so terrible. I think it's
What are
funny
you
that they're making
talking
a second
about?
one.
You just don't like Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Yeah, that's why. Jerk.
Anyway,
That's awesome.
and then Black Flag is going on tour with Mike V on vocals.
Weird.
Mike Vallely.
Yeah,
Nice. Skateboarder Mike Vallely.
Weird.
yeah, they're going to be playing Reggie's June 17th.
That's like Bam Margera's
his kind of
fronting a band
his claim
now.
to fame is getting into fights.
Yeah,
kind
beating
of.
people up.
Yeah, beating people up.
He was lead singer of the other band, Mike V and the Rats.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They're a
Ready
thing.
to get in the van?
You just got to beat people up.
Yeah, I have Get in the Van.
Good book.
Yeah.
Oh, have you read it? I thought is that how you get in the band? I was like,
no,
yeah, just beat people up.
The book Henry Rollins wrote about Black Flag. I was in a band called Living in Period, and we were freaking living that book on tour as we were reading it. It was freaking insane. Yeah.
Sounds like you took a lot of acid.
May or may not have.
Continue, Dave.
But yeah, they're coming. Like I said, coming June 17th to Reggie's. 17 and up. Bar with ID.
All right.
Black Flag?
Yeah, with Mike V on vocals. If you want to see
Interesting.
Not really Black Flag.
That's
it's mostly Black Flag.
Mostly bullshit.
Oh man.
What else you got for us, Dave?
Members of AFI.
we can't go. That's a Tuesday night.
Oh man.
Oh, okay.
AFI,
Wow,
is
you-
that metal? Tour.
No.
I mean,
Ish.
I
not
don't know what that is anymore.
AFI.
So yeah, AFI members have formed a straight edge hardcore band.
What?
Yeah.
Straight edge hardcore band.
Straight edge? That's not fun.
Yeah, Davey Havoc and
Davey Havoc.
yeah, and Jade
All right.
Puggett of AFI. have
Yeah, they're
formed-
called Stiff Kittens. Oh no.
Wait, what?
Audio. Black Audio. That's their other band.
Well, they're now in a band called Extremist, and they have an EP that they put out.
Sorry about that.
Speaking of demos and shit, the Cancer Bats are demoing new songs.
I like them.
I like them. Okay.
Ghost Inside also announced a U.S. tour.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
They're good. You don't like them.
That's what happens when I have White Castle. Let's go.
Oh my god.
And we're sitting in a room with you. Things may get brutal in here.
That's why you're so quiet, huh?
I didn't have any White
It's
Castle.
eating you from the inside
Holding,
out.
you're trying to hold it in.
And he's
Speaking
drinking a
of-
bunch of beer on top of it.
Speaking of things getting pretty bad, the Black and Blue Bowls lineup has been announced for anyone in and around the New York area. The first day is going to include Hatebreed, Agnostic Front, Biohazard, Ludachrist, All Out War, Stigma, -1, Darkside NYC, Sworn Enemy, Brick by Brick, Brain Slug, Friend or Foe, and Numbskull.
See, bowls or balls?
Bowl. Black and Blue Bowl.
Brick by Brick. Are they out of San Diego?
I'm not entirely sure. It just gives the name. It doesn't say where they're from. Second day is going to include Discharge, Agnostic Front, 7 Seconds, Kraut, Take Offense, Beyond, Suburban Scum, Power Trip, Against the Grain, Criminal Instinct, Manipulate, Heavy Chains, and Caught in a Trap.
Is Naked Aggression still around?
I believe so.
Anything else, Dave?
That's it.
How about
And it's-
Arch Enemy announcing that Angela
New singer.
is dropping?
Yeah,
well,
that's
she
crazy.
dropped out of the band, and now the chick from the Agonist joined.
What?
Yeah.
And then the Agonist got a new singer too.
Yeah, she's
probably
weird looking.
planned
She
it
looks
out
like
to
she's
do a whole
18. Very
three
weird.
lead singer switcheroo.
I honestly didn't know when I first heard Arch Enemy that it was a fucking chick. I swear to God.
Originally, it was a dude.
No,
On their first two
the old
CDs, it
stuff
was a guy.
dude.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard the stuff that was a chick. I was like, what?
What? I know. When I first got Doomsday Machine, that's what sold me. I could not believe that was a woman. That's what got me into like heavy metal female vocals.
Nice.
was
I thought you meant
Arch
heavy
Enemy.
metal. I'm like,
Not
No.
Not
No.
Lacuna Coil, right?
No, Lacuna Coil's awesome.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh
are.
yeah.
They're great.
I saw them at the whiskey.
She's no Angela Gassow.
Have you seen what's it? Fractura? That chick Gabby, she's pretty good, man. Yeah.
Definitely
look
gonna
them
have to
check.
check them out.
Fractura. Out of
Fractura.
LA.
where are they from? LA.
LA, yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
is
Check 'em out.
Fireside Bowl still open here? I'm still on the punk thing now. That got me going. So.
Did the Fireside Bowl ever open up again?
I know they're a bowling alley. I don't know if you can book shows there anymore.
No more shows there, right?
Hey,
I heard rumors that they're
metal
going to start
shows.
trying to do shows there again, but that's just speculation. I know you could still go bowl there for really cheap.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't bowl anymore.
My bowling days are behind me.
Well, let's play another Fierce Atmospheres song. I know that you guys brought a live track from when you guys played Reggie's.
thank you. Yeah, this is Above All Minds, and
Yeah, we
Great
played there
rendition of it.
January 3rd.
yeah,
It's an all right rendition.
it's a great rendition, man.
And who recorded the live audio for it?
Actually, Reggie's did.
Reggie's
Ooh.
did, yes.
So
Nice.
You can pay him $75 and they'll give you a
April,
track
I
of every mic that was on the stage.
April, I think, is the girl's name behind the engineer.
I was gonna say she did not look like a Reggie to me at all.
No, she did an awesome job. Yeah.
Well, let's do it.
She looks more like an April.
Staring down from his belt, celestial orientation to the Nile. Heroes gateway to the stars.
And now, back to the metal experience.
Did you say hookers and blow?
No, I said the metal experience.
That's not nearly as good.
Fuck you. Will you wear the blood?
Nice. That was Luco's vocals, by the way, folks.
Nice.
Woo! That was like 5 years ago.
You know what's funny is when I saw him play that song at the tent event, when we played his first show, we asked for an encore of "Fuck You" because it was just
we
the
only
most
had-
ridiculous song.
When we played the first show that we played, sorry to take away from you,
No,
Steve,
dude. If I
but
looked
we,
at you, I would not even expect.
Yeah.
Really,
we,
his vocals are fucking awesome.
Woo! But yeah, we only had like 4 songs at the time, so 4 songs, and it was our first show, and they're like, "Play Fuck You again." We're like, "Really? I just gave everything on the last
yeah.
song, and I'm dead now." I'm like,
Well,
"All right."
he was already
Fuck
drunk.
you, I'm playing.
Oh,
He
that
came
was
from the Blackhawks
I came
parade
from the-
that day.
when we
He's
won
already like
in
dripping
I was
2010.
there.
sweat.
2010.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
When I fucking came, it was we played a
He
show.
was so drunk.
So it's hot as fuck over there, and then then I had a show later that night. It was pretty awesome, but it was totally worth it.
I love the
And it
fact
was
that they were handing out
so
bottles
humid.
of water and people were just chucking them into the fucking like that. Fucking
It got a little crazy. This last year was a little bit more toned down, but
little bit,
a lot more family friendly. But both times
Except for
were both
Crawford.
awesome. Except for Crawford, yeah.
Crawford
Ripped our
dropping
fucking nuts
fuck.
off.
Twice.
But
so worth paying that fine for him to say that.
unfortunately, Tor. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, Tor.
He had to leave on a family emergency, but
We wish him the best.
wish him the best in his family and everything. We're here with Steve. We're gonna pick your brain. So
Not much to pick.
What guitar player got you started on playing guitar?
what got you
sold
into metal?
Fuck, man. I mean, I'm old. All right. When I
You're
was,
like what, 30, 33, 34?
I mean, you wish.
That's not old.
You wish.
I wish I was 33, 34. But still, I actually started off with like fucking glam shit.
What?
and then
The
got
glam
heavy.
stuff?
Yeah. Swear to God.
Like Poison?
Yeah, talking gay. We're talking gay now. Yeah. Actually, I started
There's
off
nothing wrong with Poison.
no, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue's awesome. What are you
Crue's-
talking
and then,
about?
and then I went from there to drastic steps to Slayer. It's crazy.
Hey man, that's
From
what
Motley
you gotta
Crue to
do.
Slayer, that's metal.
That's crazy, right? That's what I'm saying. So basically, I went from there to Slayer to Iron Maiden to basically everything else on above. The big, you're talking like when I was younger, my favorite influences are Anthrax, Megadeth. Megadeth's huge for me,
There you go.
and Metallica.
Metallica.
Did you hear their new song, the Lords of Summer, that they just released?
I don't care. Slayer, like even new Slayer, makes me want to listen to old Slayer. Like the only band that out of all of them, like Anthrax, is like the only one that
Anthrax is fucking
every
sweet.
fucking album they put out.
Oh,
is like,
yeah.
I want that fucking album.
Right?
Uh,
That's how I feel. Anthrax, the most underrated out of the big four. They
I
are
swear to God,
amazing.
because even their last album kicks the
Yeah,
shit out of
worship music
most
was
of
awesome. I saw them twice on that album when they
Right?
toured.
With Testament. Oh, it's
We were there at
badass.
Congress Theater. Oh my God. And then
I
I saw them
was-
play Mayhem Fest and I met them. They are the coolest guys ever. Now, if you were to meet like Megadeth or Metallica, they're probably not going to be as cool as Anthrax sitting in a tent doing a free signing, because if it was Megadeth or Metallica, you're fucking paid.
Well, Megadeth, you got one douchebag and then 3 guys that are in his band for a couple years.
I did meet Dan though. He was nice. I went to a Guitar Center and saw his bass segment.
Well,
Anyways.
I lost what I was gonna
Dave
say.
Ellison?
Oh,
Yes.
So, all right. Let me see if I can, if it's just me or not. But every time I see Testament, they are
The loudest.
the loudest band I've ever seen. Is that?
live.
And we've been to so many concerts, and Testament is
Holy-
always just the loudest. I mean, I haven't heard. I haven't seen Man of
it's
War.
Only if it's
but,
like the practice with their pre-ch album, because otherwise after that I'm lost.
I don't know.
really care
just
too much.
no. I mean, like live, they're just so loud. I don't know.
They were pretty. I guess the sound sucked when I saw them with Anthrax, maybe, but they were loud. But I mean, Alex Skolnick, man, I'll fucking, that guy's badass. I love that
What's
fucking
been the
guy.
best show that you guys have ever attended?
Maiden,
I know there's a lot. But what's been the
I thought
highlight?
about that.
Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power.
Where did they play?
God, if I fucking remember, I want to say Aragon.
Nice.
Well, you said the best show you've ever attended, so I would have to say Download Festival in England. And it was
What?
You went to-
You went to a download festival? There's so many fucking people that show up there.
And then the next one would be Bang Your Head Festival in Germany.
So who played on these years that you went?
Geez, I mean, it was 3 days. The Download Festival, Slipknot headline day 2, Def Leppard headline day 3, Faith No More was day 1.
Nice.
And there was Dream Theater, Journey, I mean, Devil Driver. I mean, it was so...
All over the place with genres of metal.
ZZ Top was there, Voivod was there, and it would just went on and on. Anvil. Yeah, I
Nice.
could just keep going. It was
Metal
there was
on
many
So you
shows.
just went over to Europe to go to these shows?
Yeah, and I played
Dude.
at Germany at Bang Your Head Festival
You played there?
for Nasty Savage.
Wow. Who else played that night with you guys?
Dio.
What?
Motorhead,
Did you
Twisted
share the
Sister.
same stage as Dio?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit! Did you
I
get
got
to meet
play
him?
with Dio before he.
Did you get to
passed.
meet him?
I didn't get to meet him, but I met Craig Goldie and Rudy Sarzo.
That is
weekend. It was
awesome.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Top that, Steve.
I'm jealous.
I
kidding.
got nothing. I'm always going back to Pantera because I remember
that's
going to see the
the-
Pantera with like White Zombie, and White Zombie had all these fucking stage effects and all this shit. And Pantera came out with just a fucking light on their fucking bass drum. And they tore the fucking place up.
That's awesome.
That's all they fucking
That's
needed.
Pantera didn't need any of the
Right.
stage
They
stuff.
didn't
They
need
were
the whole-
they're just so good. I'm glad we actually started the show with 2 Pantera songs.
Right? So,
We could have done all 3 Pantera songs.
could've,
I would have
we
been like,
could've.
fucking A right.
Oh, no,
Eric
then
had a
we
big
would have
gay
left
over
out
there
that
with
whole
the
European power metal thing, man. You can't do that.
so, you got a point. I guess.
So what
you
do
know
you?
what? Actually, that's not the first time we've had a band play multiple Pantera songs in the intro. So, all right.
What do you guys think about the new age metal that's coming out now compared to what you guys grew up with? Are you into any of the newer metal bands? I know that you mentioned In Flames, but I mean they have a long history
In Flames
They do.
so
They've been
bad.
backing
around a
to the
while.
early
90s.
'90s. So I
Yeah,
mean, is
I'm
there?
into some of the newer shit like Bullet for My Valentine, and I mean, yeah, All That Remains, Shadows Fall. They've even been around for a while. I played with Shadows Fall in 2000. So
What?
They're like they've been around since that was 14 years ago. That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
you think
crazy to
2000? It's like, oh yeah,
nowadays.
2000. It's like
14 years
Yeah.
ago. So, but I like a lot of new stuff that's coming out. I think it's killer. You can't always just repeat yourself. Music can't just repeat and repeat. I have influenced people say my stuff sounds like certain old school stuff, but it has its own kind of approach. So I guess that's all you can do.
It's weird though. Like I give lessons out of Suburb Music in Wheaton, and I don't have anybody bringing me new metal shit at all. They
Really?
bring me old metal shit all the time.
How old are the kids that you
You're
teach?
talking like 14, 15, all the way down. I get some kids between anywhere
They're
between.
studying the classics.
Studying classics. They'll come in with Metallica, they'll come in with Maiden.
And you got to do
Very
that. You always got to
few.
look back at what's been done. But
Very few come in with. I can't even fucking think of the band's name right now.
How about Lamb of God and
I love Lamb of
I
God.
You
never
know,
had a
they've
Lamb
been
of
around a
God.
long
I
time too, though.
love
so
them.
I'm thinking I'm trying to think newer style As I Lay Dying, but they've been around a long time too.
They're not
They're
around
just
anymore.
Trivium. Very once
Trivium.
in a while, I get a Trivium student. Somebody wants to learn.
But
Trivium.
they're the new. They're a
fun.
newer sound.
That's fun to-
Yeah,
As I Lay
yeah,
Dying's a newer sound of
That's
metal.
about it.
It's
Speaking of Trivium, they just released a
Trivium,
new
there you
CD
go,
with
Vengeance
a
Falls.
Misfits
yeah,
cover,
Misfits. They did Skulls into 138.
We Are 38.
Yeah,
which is pretty
We Are
cool.
38. It's pretty awesome.
It's a pretty cool metal cover. Some Misfits. If
They
you
seem
like
to
Mis-
tone down a little bit. From
They
Yeah.
have.
Their
Well,
first
David
2 albums
Draymond
were
just
so awesome,
produced
and
their
then-
last CD.
I don't know. I've kind of fallen out of love with them. They're still very, very talented, though.
As
I
guitarists,
respect them
as guitarists, yes, but-
musically.
Vocal. I don't like Matt's lyrics. I think they're stupid now. I mean, what am I gonna say?
Someone's like, click.
The
Shutting off
the
the-
last CD that I really liked by them was Shogun, and then In Waves was, and now I haven't really listened to the new one.
So what's in your guys' CD player right now? What are you listening to?
Does that truck out front have a CD player in it?
Damn it, I
Devil
got,
Driver's first one, Last Concert.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
love
listening
that
to right
CD.
now. Yeah.
Love it. Oh my god.
I exited CDs and went to Pandora, and I just typed in Anthrax.
Wait, the Last Kind Words wasn't their first CD. Or
Okay, or
Pandora.
the
the
early ones,
self-titled was their
Clouds,
first CD.
okay, Clouds Over California.
That's their third.
That was when I was first introduced to them, that album. So I think of that one as their first. But
Pandora's all about
They
the
have one
Pantera
before.
channel.
Yeah, that's one.
I
That's
typed in
my
Anthrax,
favorite.
and I tend to get like also with Pantera. I tend to get more Iron Maiden. I still get Pantera, and
I gotta
still get
turn this guy
Slayer.
on to some new shit.
And I get some
Yeah.
he's still.
The
Actually,
Pantera
I'm
channel is
stuck in
just all
America,
Black
man.
Sabbath, Slayer, and Pantera for the most. Oh, and Megadeth. And then here and there Metallica, but it's like, oh, it's so good.
Anthrax.
You just
is
weed
like,
out that
I-
crap and then.
I had that. I had Pantera channel on, but when I put on Anthrax, I got Anthrax.
All right, you know what? There's a band.
And I was like, well, then I get Anthrax.
Steve,
and
there's a
Pantera.
band that I think that you would really be into for being a guitar player, for into like the power metal vibe. You guys need to check out Ex Mortis.
Ooh.
They are
heard of
fucking
them.
awesome. We
Yeah, they're
saw
really
them
good.
open for Dark Tranquility.
Is that Pre-Mortis?
They are so fucking.
So you guys like black metal too, then?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I played in a band called Of the Fallen from Austin, Texas, and we
Austin,
played-
Massachusetts?
Austin, Texas.
From that movie?
Boston, Massachusetts. We could go that all day long. Yeah, I know that. But we came to Milwaukee Metal Fest, and that was the show I did with Shadows Falling. King Diamond was there.
Nice.
That's
But we did
playing
the
with King
Corpse
Diamond?
Paint, and we played with Avernus. If you heard of them,
I've
Yes,
heard of them.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a furnace once.
that was when I was starting to get into Jim U. Bordier,
Yeah, those guys are pretty
Cradle
awesome.
of Filth.
I don't like
Hey, wait, have you guys
Burger.
Behemoth.
Timu Burger? Yeah.
Best burger joint ever.
have you guys ever heard of a band out of Japan? I believe we were out of Japan. Baby Metal.
Have you
Oh.
seen this? I downloaded their CD. I have it illegally.
Please-
Downloaded Baby
Please
Metal.
show them some baby metal. It's
Will do.
these Asian chicks that just play awesome fucking epic metal.
Marty Freeman, one of them.
No, he
Say
just likes to
hello
bang the Asian.
to Japanese 16-year-olds.
And they're like dancing around. It's so different than
Oh, but they're not playing anything.
like look at this. No, they'll start
oh,
singing.
they will sing. What's
It's just
weird?
it's just new, you know, something new. I always. All right, skip through it a little bit. They're just dancing. These Asian chicks are just dancing while the rest of the band is just killing it.
I want to know how old these chicks are.
Probably like
It's
12.
weird.
What are they doing? I love it.
The fact that they could choreography something like this to metal is pretty awesome.
It's kind of like Asian like pop, but with brutal, awesome music in the background.
Kind of like
It's different. It's interesting.
This is-
Turn this down a little bit.
This is pop death metal at
Yeah.
its finest.
like this is some pretty cool riffage. This is a jamming song. I expect to be like, you know, something, and then it's just, look at they're dancing. This is interesting.
It's weird.
It is very weird. And these Asian people are. All right, I've had enough. It's driving me crazy. I'm gonna.
I wonder what the CD sounds like. I haven't listened to this yet.
I think it sounds like this, but fucking 60 minutes longer.
It's like I wish we could take the vocals out and I could record my own vocals over. It'd be so epic. Well, thank you, Dave, for pulling up. That was what was it? What's the name of that?
Baby Metal.
Baby Metal.
I believe
That's so weird.
that name of the track is "Gimme Chocolate."
How did we not figure that out?
Right?
Good
No,
stuff.
no.
Good stuff.
They got jungle fever over there. In
Oh my
Japan.
god.
Oh, look them up. That was a YouTube video. It's just very different and.
Pretty soon that'll be on my iPod and I'm gonna play it in my car.
I don't know if I want
all
to.
the words.
I've played it in my car.
I don't know if I'd want to listen to that minus watching it because watching it's kind of like
half the fun.
half the fun.
True.
That's different. It's different.
I lost interest 20 seconds ago.
Right when they start, you're like done, fucking done. Well, Dave, let's go ahead and do the you know what time it is,
What time is it?
Dave.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found.
Only on the Metal Experience.
That's right. This week we have the band My Enemies and I from Richmond, Virginia.
We
actually
just saw them. We saw them play on Sunday. They played with Affiance and Close Your Eyes
the last day of the tour.
at
Q Bar.
Q Bar in
Darien?
Darien. It was fucking awesome. I hope those guys got home safe. They were supposed to be driving through a snowstorm on the East Coast to get home.
And they were funny.
They were
really
hilarious.
funny.
I have to say, they didn't think that they were good themselves. They were like, oh, it's whatever, the last day of the tour. You know, this is the weirdest bar that we played so far. But the singer actually started singing Beyonce's All the Single Ladies at the end. It was very amusing. I love these guys. They are awesome. So,
Well, the song we have for you is their single from their upcoming CD.
which they told me will be released in a couple months. And they'll be coming back to Chicago.
The song Parasite. Let's take a listen.
Yay!
Goddamn right.
This is the Metal Experience, and now back to Morgan and Luco.
And I'll never get sick and tired of that stuff. It's so good. We just heard My Enemies and I from Richmond, Virginia with their single Parasite. They're coming, doing big things coming up. And take it away, Morgan.
Yeah, very fun.
They're funny guys. They're very good live. And
I can't wait to see him again. I really can't.
With the full CD. Oh.
With a full CD, and I'm going to buy it, and it's going to be awesome. And they're all going to sign it, and we're going to take
Oh, there
pictures
you
of
go.
them. Yay!
Well, Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. We're here with now 2 of the members of Fierce Atmospheres.
Right now it's just Steve.
Well, now it's just Steve.
Again.
Eric, I think he went to a potty break.
He's taking a leak, man.
Taking a leak. Well, Steve,
What's up?
how's it going, man?
Well, I feel better because I finished my piss before Eric did, so I'm a lot lighter.
What's the best show that you've played in this band?
The best show that I played in this band? I'll probably have to say, God, it's
Well, let's start with how many live shows you got with this.
with this band. Literally, maybe 5, maybe
So then, out of those 5, which was your favorite?
maybe Nightcaps, maybe Reggie's. I suck balls. I
Have you-
hated Reggie's.
Isn't Reggie's? Isn't that place awesome though?
The place is awesome, and I felt bad.
They got the
because
little head
my
shop and
back
the
was killing
record
me, and
store
I was just
upstairs.
playing, and I was like, I played like shit.
Well, you're getting
Me
that.
personally, I thought I played like shit, but best show I thought was probably Nightcast. The first, broke the hymen on that one.
You know what I?
Maiden
Best one.
Voyage.
Yeah, the Maiden Voyage, man.
You
Busted
know
that one up.
what I like about even when you're watching a live show, and even if a band member or whatever fucks up their part, they don't get down on themselves. They're like, fuck it, and they just keep going. Gotta have that mentality, Steve.
I have that mentality. I have a fucking mentality. That's why I'm like nowhere in life.
What do
Pretty
you mean?
much.
You're teaching guitar to the masses,
Right?
And you're
teaching
live on the air
Yeah,
in
I'm
Chicago
the
right
new
now.
the
Yeah,
new
right?
generation, the metal.
Right now.
So for those that want to call in, ask Steve a question about teaching guitar and his experience as a guitar
Just
teacher.
fucking practice, you little shit.
773-657-3341. Eric, we were asking what was the best moment live that you've had with this band?
With Fierce Atmospheres, best moment live. Wow. Reggie's was fun. I mean, we were having one of those nights. It was like there were some problems on stage, and we muscled through it. There was tuning problems. I mean, but just to play on that stage is cool, and it's a good crowd. But Daverns was real fun. So
Daverns
I
was
mean,
pretty fun.
it's kind of tough to say. I think that there's a little, I like a little from each gig. So
What was anything embarrassing ever happen at a live show with you guys? And any band that you've ever the
Maybe
string
a little-
blows up, your guitar snaps in half.
maybe just drinking a little too much and playing like a slob. Just
Maybe on the ride
a
home.
little embarrassing. See the video footage the next day. And,
Pictures of yourself after the
we
show.
sounded like that. We looked like that. But so no, nowadays
We're not gonna
that
talk
was a
about
long time
diarrhea.
ago. The one I'm talking about. So.
We won't talk about that stuff.
Oh, I hope that was after the show
Well,
in the privacy
maybe.
of your own bathroom.
Could be. You could. You never know. I'll leave that up to you.
What's your favorite Fierce Atmosphere song that you guys have written? Or to
Personally,
play live?
What's yours?
Oh, okay. Well,
How many tracks do you guys have? How many actual songs do you guys have written and recorded, or all that? good
got
stuff?
about 20.
About 20.
But Tor, the new singer here, is starting to dig into some of this other material. So right now we have, probably 8, 9, or 10 we're working on with him. So there's another full album probably after that to work on.
How I don't know if maybe I didn't hear this the first time. How many? How long has this version of Fierce Atmospheres been kicking it?
We have a phone call.
It's the Kushner.
It's the
Oh,
Kushner.
man. You guys know Randy?
Randy from Chicago.
Oh, my.
Hi, Randy.
Hello, beautiful.
That was the best Randy.
Hi.
Randy.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you? We miss you.
Oh, I miss me too.
Where have you been?
No, man. I just called to say hi and remind you guys that this Sunday is the finale for the Cold Steel 12 Metal Series at the Exit, and I hope to see some of my friends up there.
Nice. Who's played this Sunday?
This Sunday.
Yeah, who's played?
Oh, it's going to be, I'm so tired, honey. It's Hot
That's okay.
Dang. Hot Dang and Approaching Dawn.
Hot dang and approaching dawn.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Randy, you got a show for Fierce Atmospheres or what?
Possibly. I'll have to check my schedule when I get back to the house, but,
That's what we want to hear.
Message us on Facebook. We'll take care of you guys.
Sounds good, brother.
We'll figure something out. You know, we always do.
Right on.
So how are you guys doing? I haven't seen you guys in like fucking forever.
It's been a while, man. Staying busy, getting ready to record some new shit, so we're gonna start booking like crazy.
Well, as soon as you guys are ready, man, let us know. Maybe we'll set something up for late summer.
Sounds
We'll
good,
figure out,
man.
you know, I gotta-
Stay listening.
I gotta
We're gonna
drop-
play a new track right now.
Well, we'll kick ass, man. I'll have to let me tune in and I'll check it out. But I just want to remind everybody about the exit this Sunday. So,
Right on. Sounds good.
Morgan, Luco, we love you. I hope to see you out.
Love
We
you,
love
Randy.
you too, Randy.
Randy.
Your buddy. Well, listen, I got to get back at it. So we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, buddy.
Sounds good. Be safe.
Okay, I'd rather be evil, but okay, bye.
Peace. Oh,
You
Randy.
heard it there first. He'd rather be evil.
There you go. That sounds about right. Well, we have one more tune. What is that bad boy called?
This last one's Red Army. This is another demo track. It's pre-production at my studio, and we're getting ready to record this one on the new album though.
Now, with your studio, before we go on to the track, with your studio, how long have you? Are you the engineer there? You're doing all the recording and stuff.
I've been running it, for quite a few years now. Cut a lot of demos for bands. I did a Mexican death metal band called Leproso from
That sounds
Champaign.
sweet.
Yeah, they were great. I actually even cut a demo for an Elvis tribute band.
Awesome.
Because they were looking for casino gigs, and so yeah, we do a lot of. Before we're going into the studio to pay $50 an hour or whatever the fuck we're gonna pay, we record at my house and we get it all together. And
So why did you
my
choose
studio.
to go to a different studio as opposed to just recording it yourself? Just so you don't have to
Well,
burn
I
yourself
mean,
out on the songs
it's
when
just not the same.
master 'em?
You know, he doesn't have $10,000 mics at his fucking house.
Right. My studio is great for certain things. Like I had a band called Living Impaired, and we got together last year after 15 years being apart, and we cut a new CD from my house. But there were a lot of other hands in it too. We had it mixed in Hammond, Indiana, with a friend, and then we had it mastered in Berwyn at Horse Drum Productions. Berwyn. So. It's not. It wouldn't be like out of the question to be able to do something there, but I think for the new Fierce Atmospheres album, we want to be in $1 million facility. We want to have it.
You want to be pampered.
We want it to be good as we can possibly make it. So, yeah.
Well, what was this track called again? As Dave dives into those Jolly
This
Ranchers.
is a newer track. It's actually an old track for me that I wrote probably 5 years ago, but it's one of the ones that are coming out now with our new singer tour. It's called Red Army.
Revamped.
Revamped. It's coming to life.
Let's do it.
Tide plus dark, marching troops wearing red clothes. Into the dark, into the dark, into the dark, into the dark, into the
And now, back to the metal experience.
Did you say hookers and blow?
No, I said the metal experience.
That's not nearly as good.
fuck you. Will you wear the blood?
Woo!
That intro to that sweeper was actually a song that I wrote called "Skate by Injection." That song.
Oh, I'm drinking the rest of your beer, Tor. You fucking.
So that last song that we heard, Eric, what is that called?
That was the Red Army, otherwise known as Track 17, when I was just writing all of these. So.
And what is Red Army about?
I think Tor was explaining it a little earlier. It's kind of, it's sort of like a tune of taking over and this and that, and it kind of works in tune with all this stuff going on in Ukraine right now. It's kind of ironic how when he wrote it, then all of a sudden this stuff was starting to happen at the same time.
He was
Tor-
predicting the future.
Yeah, Tor talks a lot, and my vision is it's an army that wears red.
You think like
Right.
a video game is happening
Damn.
right now.
The Red Army,
He's a
they're red.
practical guy.
All I know is Tor left half a beer, and I'm going to start to drink it, because
Eric, are you
Fuck
driving
that.
this dude home?
no.
Oh my god.
He's good.
So it really is your birthday tomorrow, Steve?
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Steve. Can we get some
birthday.
happy birthday music going on?
What are you doing to celebrate?
I'm working a lot.
You're working on
He's
your
live
birthday?
on the air in Chicago. Wow.
I've never worked on my birthday. I'm always like, all right, I'll work 6 days, 7 days a week.
What are you going to
except
do? Your
my
birthday's on
birthday.
a Monday this year.
I'll have it off and I'll sit at home and
I'm gonna
I'll
have
watch
to work.
TV. Well, I'll watch
That's all right.
Netflix.
He doesn't mind.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll
Doesn't
hang
mind.
out.
He
I'll
just
watch
needs a break
Netflix.
from me anyway.
Netflix is the shit.
There you
I love
go.
Netflix.
So Steve, what lucky number are you turning this year?
36.
See? That's
He's
not,
the young guy.
It's
in
not
the
old at
band.
all.
See, we got guys
Happy,
that
happy
are
birthday,
48.
happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
See, it says on my shirt, all original parts made in 1978.
Is that why you wore that today?
What's up? No, I just got it in the mail today, actually.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have bought party hats from the dollar store before we came
We
over.
would've- oh
I
man,
would have bought you a gift bag
This is the
with
first
nothing
time
in it.
I met you.
we would have brought a box of brownies for $1 and
Yeah.
put a candle in one of them.
Yeah, why
Right,
not?
right, right.
You
And
could
some
blow
of
the
your
powder.
business cards
And a
Yeah.
business-
promoting metal
Yeah.
experiment.
All I know
Yeah,
is it's my birthday. This is like kindergarten. You bring cupcakes. I brought beer, and I gave you a
Hey,
beer,
thanks,
sir.
man.
Right? That's what happens.
Well, that's good enough for us.
I brought beer.
So no plans tomorrow? You're just
Um,
working?
Working, then teaching, then probably go to a bar afterwards. Maybe I gotta be a fucking.
Oh,
work,
and it's 9:43. Hopefully, not paying a traffic ticket too.
Oh, well, fuck them. They'll have to wait. They
Well,
won't
come
ticket-
on, man! It's my birthday tomorrow.
Right? They can't ticket my car. It's too fucking cool anyway. Fuck those guys.
Oh man, that shit.
Police.
Vultures.
Right?
Okay, so we only had 3 tunes for tonight, but you know,
Where can everybody find Fierce Atmosphere and everything Fierce Atmospheres?
right now, crazy enough, we don't have the fierceatmospheres.com yet because we're waiting. We were talking about getting this new album, a whole new campaign going. But if you just type in the name online, I think we own the first 3 pages on Google.
What about merch?
And if you go on YouTube, you'll see Reggie's or Reggie Soon video, but Nightcap. We played the Warriors of Metal in Ohio a couple of years ago. You'll see some footage from that. And our main page is our electronic press kit, which is www.sonicbids.com/fierceatmospheres. So
Any merch? I know that you're wearing a shirt right now.
really limited right now until this new stuff comes out. Pretty much sold everything that I had.
That's good.
Over the last few years. here.
Kind of
So,
working
yeah.
up to this release, and then the release you're gonna
play a bunch of shows, hopefully right around Chicago, and maybe, who knows where we'll go. So
What advice do you give bands being in the scene for this long for up and coming bands?
And the guitar teacher.
Ooh.
Practice your. What did you say earlier? Practice, you little
practice
fuckers.
your shit. Fucking practice. Don't come
At
to
the
me
end
with
of the
same
day-
shit every week, man.
at the end of the day, with yeah, exactly, show up, play your freaking, At the end of the day, it's hard work. Even with the internet, digital downloads, everything else, get out there and play. If your band's not working, it's not going to do anything. So
I'm only,
you got to get
I'm
out
only
there,
as good as
just
a
work,
teacher as
work,
you
work.
come in and ask fucking questions. If you come in with the same shit every week, then the
Like
shit
I've been talking to you guys like on the phone maybe a little, but mostly internet, email. It's not the same till we're hanging out. You know
No,
what I mean?
definitely not.
So it's all about getting out there and networking and being in the scene, and that's how you do it. And there's really no other way around it. The hardworking bands are the ones that.
So again, what are the upcoming shows? Run through the list again.
Right now we have April 4th at Bobby McGee's.
What day is that, Morgan?
Friday.
All right.
Fierce Atmospheres with a band called Middle Raged. We'll be playing April 4th at Bobby McGee's. Then April 12th.
It's a Saturday.
She knows this shit. It's crazy.
April 12th will be at Cairo Bar, West Chicago, with Psycho Sister through Gale Force Productions. And then we go to Nashville to record our new album. Maybe another show might pop up in between. And then other than that, when we get back from Nashville, it's Midwest Metal Anthem, August 16th.
What day is that?
It's a Friday and a Saturday.
Oh my god, she's so good.
It's Saturday. Yeah, August
Yeah, they're playing-
15th and 16th, Friday and Saturday. We play the 16th second slot on Saturday night.
They got great burgers at that joint.
They
We
do.
still haven't eaten there. Well,
I've
no,
eaten
you
there.
had eaten there once.
Oh yeah.
It's good burger. It's a good beer selection too.
What bands are playing the Chicago Metal Fest? Is that what you said it was?
So far, he
Midwest.
only has
Midwest.
a couple. Eden's Fall is
Ooh, I
Ray's
haven't eaten an
band.
Eden's Fall CD from a long time ago.
Yeah, Ray's the drummer in Eden's Fall, and they're on it. I'm not sure who else yet because he's just starting to book it.
Yeah, that's kind of a.
So,
Well.
one of them.
I'm sorry, I had the burps. The beer's giving me the burps.
It's that time, Dave.
We drink good beer.
The local roundup with Morgan on the Metal Experience.
I apologize if you're having trouble understanding me tonight. My allergies kicked in yesterday when it dropped down to, well, not dropped down, when it warmed up. So once it warmed up, it hit my nose harder than an earthquake. So,
Harder than an earthquake.
yeah. So my nose is blown up.
Nose is blown up.
Check these bands out. They're in need of members. Biomimic is looking for a keyboard player. Depremacy is still looking for a drummer. Hate Storm Annihilation in need of a bass player.
A bassist.
Worm looking for a drummer. And Anchor the Ocean is now looking for a vocalist.
What?
What?
Vans Warped Tour is doing their Battle of the Bands like they do every year. So definitely check out the battleofthebands.com and vote for your city's band. There's a bunch of different bands from all over that are playing, so there's definitely a lot of ones from Chicago, and whoever wins each Battle of the Bands plays that date for the state, so it's pretty fucking awesome. So definitely show your support for the local scene. This Divided World still celebrating Metal Mustache March. Submit your beard and mustache pictures on their Facebook wall. Have your friends vote, and the winner gets a free CD and, of course, bragging rights.
Bragging rights.
Marina City released their new single Lost Boys off their upcoming EP called Chimera. You can check it out on their Facebook page. The EP gets released on April 22nd. Solomon Walks, they were on our show not too long ago. They released their debut album. It's out now. Check it out.
Nice. Where can we find that?
It's
Yeah.
on their Facebook page and
Facebook?
also on their website.
Nice.
Harp and Lyre from Oklahoma have decided to call it quits. They are all going to continue in music in other forms, but definitely still check that band out. They were awesome, and keep tabs on what the band members are doing with their new projects. Bethlehem from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We saw them last year.
They were awesome.
They are
They're
badass.
total like a tribal, not tribal,
Like a
Viking,
fantasy metal,
Viking
Viking
fantasy.
metal, yeah.
They're awesome.
They
Put on a
just
very good live
announced
show.
their fourth bassist. His name is Grimshaw Longfellow.
That sounds about right.
So far,
Come here,
Grimshaw
Grimshaw.
is the best fourth bassist the band has ever had, and his skill with the longbow definitely adds to the party's ranged deadliness. Okay. Enemies beware, for his explosive release attack has deep penetrating power,
Right,
and
yep.
no amount of protection will keep you safe.
That sounds about right.
So that is from Deathland themselves.
Deathlam, check them out. Those guys are sweet.
Silence from Quebec, Canada are
Quebec?
releasing. Oh, there we go.
Quebec.
Yes. You can download their upcoming EP or the very first Silence wristband. They want you to call them on the phone or Skype with you personally. You can get a lot of that. Indiegogo.com if you were interested in donating for their upcoming release. Dead Horse Trauma just confirmed for Kings of the Mountain Festival in Denver, July 12th. Definitely check them out. Damnation just released a video preview for their upcoming video, Mental Prison. That's up on their Facebook
Damnation,
page.
good guys, good music.
Sunday on Corey Rocks Your World, she will have Funeral Nation on, so definitely check out her show. She's got a link on her Facebook page as to where she broadcasts from.
And we also have a link on our
Our
themetalexperience.com website to Corey Rocks
Absolutely.
Your World.
Check out the Metal Deli with Kimmy. Great bands, interviews. She now has merch available. And the Days of Doom Festival is coming up very quickly. It's in June. It's in Milwaukee, June 20th and 21st. That is a Friday and a Saturday. She will buy you a drink if you show up wearing a Metal Deli shirt. So definitely check it out.
Same with Kimmy. Kimmy and the Metal Deli. Their a link to their
Is on our
website
website.
is through our themetalexperience.com has a link to Kimmy's website. One of our affiliates,
And Corey's awesome. She gave us some
Corey and Kimmy,
great
both of them.
press.
Yeah.
Night, just hooked us up, played some of our tunes, and yeah.
Alliance Printing, the official printer of the Metal Experience, Corey Rocks Your World, MHX Radio, and the Metal Deli. Definitely check them
And
out.
the Metal
Bob the Printer
Experience.
does a lot of stickers, flyers, anything that you need. He printed ours. Fantastic job. So definitely check out a link to that
And for
on
bands,
our Facebook.
for bands looking for stickers being made, they're very reasonable price because some of the stuff we were trying to look around, and
Yeah,
some of the
fuck
prices
that
you
online
find
stuff.
online are just
What was
outrageous.
the name again?
Alliance Printing.
And you can
Alliance
also
Printing. Okay,
find
good.
a link from that if you go to themetalexperience.com under our support page. They're under
Okay,
the
great.
affiliates, and there's
I'm
a
gonna
link to
navigate
them.
Your site a little more
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
get a
There's,
chance. Yeah, for sure.
A lot of not only a band, how you guys what's the word I'm looking for?
Promote,
Not promote, but like
connect,
What's the word? Network.
network.
From doing the show for the past 2.5, 3 years, we've started networking with different, radio shows and different, they're doing the same stuff we're doing, so it's like a metal community, and it's not like we're out there competing with anyone. We're all doing the same thing, having the, bands on, unsigned bands that need to be heard, just like Fierce Atmospheres. But we've also, found, Pitch Black Productions have done our flyers and our banner, and they're from working with all these, they're so much cheaper than what you're going to find anywhere else, and they're just awesome people to work with. Same thing with the
Alliance Printing.
Alliance Printing. I didn't want to say it wrong, but Alliance Printing. It's the guy's really awesome. Bob the printer, he's an awesome guy, very easy to work with, and the prices aren't,
No.
this is everything
He definitely,
bands are
like, the
doing
first
is out
run,
of pocket.
you-
Everything we're
yeah.
doing is out of our own pocket. So it's not like, I have tons of money to spend on this stuff. It's very reasonable priced and very good quality. So I definitely check them out. You can find all those affiliates and people we work through with on themetalexperience.com under the support page, and there are the affiliates that we work with. So
I wanted to give a
that
shout
was my
out
rant. That was my rant.
to Alex from Epitasis. He drove to my house this past weekend to drop off our tickets. We're seeing them open up for Broken Hope, Oceano, and Rivers of Nile,
Nice, Rivers of Nile.
Fallujah, and one other band. They're playing April 4th at Mojo's. That's a Friday night. Bought tickets from them for $13 a piece. So definitely check them out. Help support the local scene. Knife to Gunpoint is also opening, another local band. So definitely buy tickets, especially for Mojo's shows. It's pay to play. It sucks for a lot of the local bands
And when
having
you
to
buy-
do it, but you're supporting them.
And when
It's
you
an
buy the-
opportunity for them to play on a main stage.
When you buy the tickets from the local bands, they're so much cheaper than buying
yeah,
at the
it's
door.
more at the door,
and
it's
it's more
not worth
support.
it.
Whenever
So-
if we can buy tickets from a local band to
Yeah.
go see them and the headlining acts and all that stuff, we're gonna do it 100% of the time because it's it's worth it, and you're supporting the other bands, So
The
It's a
two
scene.
shows that
It's a
we're going to
scene.
be at this weekend, this coming Saturday, will be at the Irish Mill. Our friends in Townsend and Evangelist are playing, and they'll also be playing with Purge and D&D Disfigured. It's $5, starts at 8:30. Awesome. And then on Sunday, we're going to check out Miles from Exile. It's their return show. They just came back with a new vocalist, so it should be awesome. It
And
starts at 6:30 at Reggie's. It's all ages. They're selling tickets for $10 in advance. Get them from Miles from Exile. Definitely support them because it's $15 at the door. So definitely hit up Miles from Exile if you want tickets. They're playing with Void the Light and 3 Hour Catalyst. They'll be on our show on May 20th. And then Alithia is also going to be playing that night. So we've got 2 back-to-back shows this weekend that we'll be at.
And then if you can't make it to that, the Exits.
The
rocking
Exit
out with
show.
Hot Dang and Approaching Dawn, 2 badass bands. We've had both those bands on the show.
Absolutely.
I
What?
got a total plug for a friend.
Do it.
I say she's playing the Queens of Metal. She's in a band called SLS, which is smells like sex. It's an awesome name. She's playing June 7th at Bobby McGee's.
We are actually sponsoring that
a lot
show.
of
Are we?
chicks in metal, which is
Oh
awesome.
yes,
So
yes.
check
We
that
were
out.
we were asked to sponsor that show because Morgan has boobies.
Well, then you should
So
put your boobies on parade
I
and
have
sponsor
boobies.
the show.
there you go.
Next week on the show, Her Worst Nightmare is going to be joining us. Of course, that is Jason from Active Destruction. That's his other band. He's the drummer in Active Destruction. He's coming on with Her Worst Nightmare. They have some new recorded material supposedly that they're going to be bringing, so it's going to be awesome hanging out with him again and his other band. So big stuff coming for them as well. And also, definitely check out our website, metalexperience.com. We have all the shows that we've ever done. For the most part, there's a couple missing here and there, but everything is up there.
Not many.
Not
There's-
many.
I think in total, out of roughly 140 shows,
138
we're missing
are probably up there.
Yes, 100. We're missing, I think, 3 total shows out of all those, and they were way
That's like
back
losing
then.
your first concert tickets,
Yeah.
which I did.
Oh,
Pretty sure you guys are gonna
I
lose
saw
this
Judas
one.
Priest with freaking
This is gonna
Great
be number
White
4 right
and
here.
lost.
You guys are like, fuck these guys. Number 4 is out.
well,
This is number
everything that
4.
we've done is up on the website, as well as all the bands that we've done is Unsigned Band Picks of the Week. You can check out all of them. Links to all their pages are up there.
Shows we're
all
going
the shows
to,
we're going to, all the past shows we've been to.
all the affiliates we work with that we suggest also working with, just awesome people in the scene.
Yeah, absolutely. And huge thanks to My Enemies and I for letting us play their stuff off the Facebook page tonight for the world to hear Parasite before the new CD comes out. It was awesome seeing them play with Defiance and Close Your Eyes. It's awesome that they got to actually tour when their CD's not out yet and actually get that experience. So really cool. I can't wait to see them come back to Chicago. It's going to be awesome. I feel like, we are rebroadcasted on Saturday nights. Check us out on mhxradio.com, 10 p.m. on Saturdays. Definitely check it out. There's a bunch of awesome other shows that are happening throughout the week. Check out mhxradio.com for a full list
Their link
of
is
all
also
the shows. It's on
on
our website. For all the other shows, Corey Rocks Your World is programmed Friday nights, I'm pretty sure. Neil Warmouse show is awesome too. Then there's also Megamo's show, T-Rex, Dozer. There's a couple other shows that they just put together, and then Kimmy the Metal Deli is also rebroadcasted. So definitely check us all out at mhxradio.com for the full listing of all the shows that are coming up throughout the week. But we will be rebroadcasted on Saturday nights at 10 p.m. on MHX Radio. And with that, check us out next week. Her Worst Nightmare will be on with us.
We still got a couple minutes, so let's shoot the shit. What's going on? What was your first show again? You said that you lost the ticket stub to.
Judas Priest and Great White, 1984.
Where was that
Was
at?
this when
Portland,
Great
Maine,
White
Cumberland
like
County Civic Center.
burned down
Portland,
that theater?
Maine.
No, that was like 5 years ago.
Oh, that was Rhode Island. Yeah.
Where I'm
That was
sorry,
pretty
where
close.
was it at?
The
The first show?
Portland, Maine, Cumberland County Civic Center. That's where I saw my first shows. I mean, there used to be like 2 shows a month there while I was growing up, and we were like 30 miles from there, so that's where I saw it. Dio, Maiden, Priest, I mean, Triumph, fucking everybody. You know?
Triumph. There you go.
AC/DC with Ingve Malmsteen.
Wow.
Opening.
What?
I mean, yeah. It was just Queensryche.
My first show was an AC/DC show, but I wouldn't want to tell anybody that.
Why not?
Because
You just did. You told the
That's
world.
right.
20,000
And now it's-
listeners a month.
Now it's archived forever.
Right? Because seriously, I mean, they're not too much influence on me, and they're 4 chords. Fuck them.
I grew up listening to AC/DC.
It's
AC/DC
almost
and
harder, right?
Hendrix
All
and
those songs are
Sabbath
just
and Van
4
Halen.
chords.
Oh, it's crazy.
That's what got me into metal. Those 4 bands.
Well, all right.
Sure.
Good for you.
Back in Black, man. I was 10.
I'm a fucking Bon Scott guy though. Brian Johnson's good, but
Yeah, Bon
Bon's
Scott's way better.
Bon's my motherfucker. Well, anyway, I'd like to share my first show was Danzig, Sam Hain, and Hatebreed. That was my
Nice.
first show at House of Blues.
Really?
It was 1998.
You
So
young motherfucker.
I don't know how old I was. I was in like 6th grade or 7th. I don't
It
know.
makes you 13.
I don't know, but I
How
was.
do you have gray in your hair, you motherfucker?
Yeah, I know. Don't I have a lot of grays? It
What
sucks.
the fuck is going
It's
on?
genetics.
'Cause I could
Yeah, my
swear to
mom's all
God
gray, so
that
Your
you were
mom has
like the
white
same
hair.
age as me, but no.
hey man,
No, I'm fucking like
you gotta
10
live
years
with it.
older than you. Fuck me, man. Jesus.
hey man,
You know,
at least
the thing
you
is
got no
nowadays,
grays. I don't
too, like,
fucking
there's
grays.
never
Yeah, but I'm
too
balding.
old anymore. There's never too old anymore. You know?
Yeah, I mean, when you said
Lemmy's
2000,
like
I was like,
72
man, 2000. That's so
or
long
something.
ago. I feel old.
All
Well,
right.
anyway, Morgan, what was your first show? Your first metal show?
My first metal show was. Oh,
How do you not know this?
it's. I don't remember which one came first. It was either Gigantour with Megadeth, Overkill, Lamb of God, Arch Enemy, Into Eternity, and Lamb of God, or it was.
Lamb of God played twice that night.
Yeah, right.
I don't know,
I
or
think the better Gigantor is one.
or it was Iron
Dream
Maiden
Theater.
with Bullet for My Valentine.
I saw that. Allstate Arena.
Yeah.
I was there, yeah.
I don't
That
remember
was my
which one
wife's
came
first
first.
metal concert. I took her to that.
Dream Theater Megadeth Symphony X was the best fucking Gigantor there, right
There's
there.
actually
That was
that's
the
up
best
on
fucking-
Netflix. You can watch that.
That was the best fucking Gigantor there, man. Jesus Christ, that was
All
awesome.
right. Well, we
Right
do have
fucking
another
fun.
show on after us. Check out T. Yarando Con Vikiro Loco
Stop.
Y
You can't even
L
spell it.
Chari
Dave,
Galbo.
what does that mean?
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
T. Giaranato Con Vikiro Loco Y L
bet if
Charo
you would've had a couple of
Walgalbo.
these
That's what's
black
on after
IPAs,
us. So
you could
definitely
read it.
check that out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Her Worst Nightmare will be on next week. And thank
And
you to
thank
Fierce
you again for Fierce Atmospheres. One more time.
Thanks
one,
for having us.
one
Metal
more time.
Experiment. Woo!
Experience. See, the whole time you've been calling it the wrong thing. That's it. How dare you, Eric?
Experience, man. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I'm gonna
I've
touch.
had like 20 beers.
Oh
What
my
the
God.
fuck?
One more
man?
time. Let's go over the shows and where everyone can find Fierce Atmospheres.
Right now in the bathroom, 'cause they gotta piss. And then you got.
I already
12th
got
at the
it.
Cairo
They're
Bar.
playing.
Online.
They're playing April 4th.
April 4th
I gotta remember what the venue is.
at
Bobby McGee.
At Bobby
Bobby
McGee's.
McGee's.
And they're playing April 12th.
12th.
They'll be at the Cairo Bar, and then
in West Chicago.
August
August
16th they're going to be at Brower House for the Midwest Metal.
And then where can
Yes.
people find Fierce Atmospheres online?
Type it in. Fierce Atmospheres. You'll find
On
us.
Google?
It'll just come right up. Yeah, you'll see 3 pages of stuff. The main site's the EPK, which is sonicbids.com/Fierce Atmospheres.
Open for
All right.
And the new recording should be done end of June, July-ish.
And you guys will get a copy first.
Hey, thanks.
Before anybody. So.
Thanks, guys.